Yes, Prashanth ji, first your experience, and then I know you've been on the road attending a lot of conferences and having a lot of food and fun at conferences. So conferences is one part we all know, right? There's a format for the conferences, and then at Budha CEO we also do symposiums, right? One day symposiums or half a day symposiums on specific days. We also do it for corporates, one day events, and then there are workshops that we do. So in your view, after you speak about your experience, in your view, are there any other new ideas, new ways that we can take this forward to leadership and professionals?
Thank you, Sai, and thank you, Budha CEO, for making us come into meditation. And thank you, Narendra sir, for bringing us here. Actually, when we were talking about having this panel discussion, and we thought, okay, what's the vision for Budha CEO? What's the vision for meditation? And I read through that vision statement, which talks about that you have to really focus on leaders coming into meditation for national well-being, for sustainable growth and global peace. Right? Very good. So all of us have to understand. For me, if you ask personally, it's very difficult to really remember these. So I have to read it many times to remember what is the vision statement. For me, I think into meditation is about being there and understanding and bringing a change in oneself. So this is, I think, my first interaction. After 40 days of Chandraji's program, I went to AMR Valley in Pyramid Valley there, and then I happened to meet Patriji once. And lucky for me and Vinita that we were able to have a 15-20 minutes interaction with him, our first interaction. And a lot of questions keep coming in our mind. And one of my questions was, what is the truth? What is truth of life, And he kept quiet and he said, Prashanth, you are the truth. And like, okay. So you are the truth. So I have to really understand. It's a deep meaning word and I spend time in understanding. And what people can have different meanings out of it. And what I understood the meaning out of it was that when you are the truth means you have to really work on yourself in life. So what you are, what you create of yourself, that is the truth for you. Truth can be different for different people. And I think morning also when Patriji was talking about, question was asked about well-being. The answer he gave is, when you feel well-being from inside, then everything will come out naturally. You don't have to think about it. It comes, it flows. I think that is important. Again, for me, everybody talks about science is important for meditation. For me, it's not science. It's just belief in meditation. Rest all will flow. Science, like those you have to convince a lot of people to come in, and because new generation wants to understand science. I am not the person who wants to understand science. I am the person who really want to deep dive into it because I believed in it and then understand what change it can bring in oneself. So every time now, I think over 5 years, what change it has brought is that you don't judge people, you don't react, respond, while it is, I would say, a 30-40% change. Still, thoughts come, still reaction comes. But maybe for few minutes, few seconds. Believe me, like after, my anger never lasts more than 5 minutes in my life. Max 5 minutes in my office also, anywhere. So, this is a good change, I am not saying those reaction is not coming, but 5 minutes is max. I think this is what meditation has brought. And imagine, like, I interact with so many leaders in India, globally. If this itself is brought, life will become so simple for everyone. Imagine that if somebody getting angry on you and you feel, okay, fine, it's not for me, maybe he's bothered somewhere else. For me, it's like, this is the word he's asking and I have to do this only. Imagine this starts happening, what we talk about as Buddha CEO, global peace, mental well-being, all will actually come into place. And I think one big change which has come today, we read newspapers every day. Being a consultant, you have to talk about a lot of things in different big meetings. So you need to know what's happening. But believe me, because I am in meditation, the thought that so many people are getting killed, this is happening. So it's not impact. You could see, you want to stop it. But last year also in global GCML, I met Shivani ji and she said, and asked this question to her. And she said, at that time Russia-Ukraine war was still on. She said, Prashanth, don't bother. Just work on yourself. Because just by bothering yourself, you can't stop the war. But maybe by meditation, the positive message, the vibrations which spread, these vibrations can go anywhere in the world. Maybe all of us meditating together can really have an impact on, okay, it might change the mind of Trump. So imagine. So I think this is the positive attitude. If you want to work with, this is what the essence of meditation, what I could get. Can I bring, because just another example, I was there in a party, 50th birthday celebration in Udaipur this weekend only. Morning you go and I was meditating near poolside for half an hour and people who came, they saw, they said, okay, what you are doing, explained. And because it was coming from inside, few people said, okay, share with us, we want to be in meditation. And they are all leaders, they are big leaders. So when we talk about influencing the leaders, I think it's not about explaining. Nobody wants to really get into, okay, methodology. They want to see a change in you and they want to actually implement in their lives. I think all of us here, this is what Buddha CEO has taught us. This is what we all need to do, that bring a change in ourselves, which will bring a change in life of people, because everybody, whatever, even you say fashion statement, people want to follow leaders. Anybody wants to follow. Karthikeyan ji he talks so good. He is such a great leader. He treats everybody equally. And suddenly you want to, oh, can I spend some time with Karthikeyan ji? So it's this change we want to bring in ourselves. And the next point, Sai, that you talked about, what new different changes? I think we all meet so many people. Today is the world of influencer, So as I was saying, you change yourself, it's a world of influencer. If we can bring somebody into meditation, for example, Deepika Padukone talked about depression. And everybody understood there is something called depression and needs to be worked upon. While honestly till today I do not understand what is depression. But still people have some. So that means there is something. There must be something, right? So it's not necessary that I should understand. So when she talked about, everybody understood and they really started working on it. And meditation is one real solution for same. So I think influencing leaders, identifying even government circles, who are the leaders, who are thought leaders in medical profession, in skilling business. So who are the leaders? If these leaders start following, I think our life will be becoming much easier instead of just going in GCML and implementing it. So I think influencer in every field, influencer does not mean who wears good clothes. Influencer means somebody who has followers, right? So I think we have to identify those followers and really work on. And thanks to now our expansion of GCML, Rajiv ji has been there, Rajiv Arora ji, Rajiv Agrawal ji, Singhal ji, they are all influencers, honestly. They go at right places, and because they are there and people follow us. I think thanks for creating this platform, Chandra ji. And now our mission of influencing so much that maybe suppose 1 to 3% maybe people meditate, how can we take it to 50%? I think we keep our efforts on and we'll do it. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Prashant.